All right, it is now time to do our NFL predictions for week number 18, and we will start with going into week 18. I ended up with this is for the season, 168 points. Ethan has 164. He's 18, my 18-year-old. My 15-year-old Brady's got 172. Lincoln's got 149. Lincoln is my 6-year-old, and he's right here. And we're going to do our predictions. But I just realized we forgot there is a Los Angeles Rams Cardinals game. Now, all Brady, Lincoln, and I all here, we can make that prediction, which, but I got a feeling, Ethan's not here. He's at work, so he can't make the prediction. So we could always throw that game out, even though I know he would pick the Rams. Who are you going to go with on that one?
Rams.
Brady? Rams. We all have the Rams, so we'll just say the Rams, but we're not going to officially count that. Starting out with tonight's games, as of this recording, it's Saturday morning. There's 2 games tonight. What I thought was going to be the for the division, for the NFC South, Carolina and Tampa Bay. If Carolina wins, they win the South. If Tampa Bay wins, they still have to wait for Atlanta to lose, which is really confusing, but that's just how it factored out. So, we went,
Freezing.
myself, Lincoln, Brady, we all have Carolina winning. Ethan, the only one, went with Tampa Bay. However,
I go Tampa Bay too.
no, you're not going to switch.
You said before the games.
We'll talk about that in a minute. He switches quite a bit. And then the late game tonight, the winner of this game is the number 1 seed in the playoffs. You got Seattle and San Francisco. San Francisco's had injuries all year. It's amazing that they're in this position. Ethan went with Seattle. The rest of us, Brady, Lincoln, and I, all have San Fran at home. You know, they don't have to wait for somebody else to lose. Whoever wins that is the number 1 seed, and we'll get the bye in the playoffs. Speaking of that Atlanta game, this is for Sunday. If Atlanta wins, which they have a good shot of winning, especially after beating the Rams last week, no matter what happens in the Carolina-Tampa Bay game, Carolina will win. As far as this game is concerned, Lincoln went with the Saints. The rest of us have Atlanta at home. Cleveland at Cincinnati, the Garbage Bowl. I went with Cleveland this time. I don't know why. Everybody else has Cincinnati.
I'm just putting the worst teams who are not gonna win.
Yeah, so he figured it out. So what happens is, the way we're going to do it this year, after week 18, whoever has the most points is just the winner of the season. Then we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to do the playoffs. So Lincoln's going with a bunch of upsets to try to get double points, to try to somehow catch up.
No, not double points.
Yeah, you will get double points if some of these. He went with a lot of the underdogs. Let's say that, even though this one really wasn't that way.
If that one, a lot of mine win, I might get double points and.
We'll see. All right, let's move on, Lincoln. So I went with Cleveland. Everybody else went with Cincinnati. Green Bay at Minnesota. Lincoln went with Minnesota. The rest of us went at Green Bay. I don't know if Green Bay's sitting people. They might be. I don't know if they can improve much. And Jordan Love missed last week, so I'm not sure if he's playing this week. You got Dallas at the Giants. Everybody has Dallas on this one. Nobody went with the Giants. Brady first did, but he made a switch there. And then you got Tennessee at Jacksonville. Nobody went Tennessee. They're pretty much the bottom of the barrel. Jacksonville would like to get the home field. I don't think they can't get the home field anymore. But they still have to win the division, so they need that win.
Are they out of the playoffs?
No, they're good.
No, are they out of the playoffs?
They are way out of the playoffs.
Are they in the barrel?
Yes. The rest of that division, Colts, who started out promising against Houston. Houston can still win the division. They need to win this game. They'll be in the playoffs, though. So as far as that's concerned, Lincoln went with the Colts. The rest of us had Houston. Jets at Bills. Once again, Lincoln went with the Jets. The rest of us went with the Bills. Bills are in the playoffs. I'm not exactly sure where that seeding is going to fall out. Probably I would say one of the most shocking teams of the year, the Lions, who I thought could be in the Super Bowl, didn't make the playoffs. Bears, shocking as well. They're in the playoffs. They win the North. They could go deep into the playoffs. I don't know about that. But Lincoln, once again, went with Detroit. The rest of us have the hometown Bears. You got the Chargers at the Broncos. And we all have Denver here. I know Herbert is not going to be playing. Some of the other starters are not going to be playing in this game. Denver still needs the home field.
I picked this team.
Which team?
Chargers.
No, we'll see.
I picked Chargers.
Okay, we'll see. And then you got the Chiefs at the bottom of the barrel. Raiders. If the season ended right now, the Raiders would have the number 1 pick. They're not going to win this game. They sent Max Crosby last week. They're going to find a way to lose. And once again, speaking of surprises, Chiefs nowhere near contention, which is exciting for everybody, unless you're a Chiefs fan. Lincoln went with the Dolphins. The rest of us have the Patriots. Lincoln went with Washington. The rest of us have the Eagles. And then, of course, we talked about neither one of us really picked this one. We'll put this out of the way. And the last game of the week for the division, for the AFC North, Pittsburgh at the Ravens. It's went back and forth all year. Neither one of these teams are excellent.
I got double points from the Ravens last year.
Last week you did. Brady went with Pittsburgh. The rest of us went with Baltimore.
And that's one that Brady goes by himself and I don't.
That's right. All right, enjoy week number 18. Then we'll be back next week with the playoffs. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.